Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We got to get into some clips from this interview that Claressa Shields just did earlier today or whenever it was, if it was yesterday, I don't know. I'm just now able to go through it and clip out some of it because, as usual, she is just being able to say whatever she wants to say and she's getting no pushback. She's not being called out. She's not being corrected as she usually is in her interviews. You know, at this point, it's just the same redundant conversation that they have with her. Now, these clips I'm going to show is her calling herself freestyling because this is not a freestyle. This is a verse that you can tell that she has been working on because she is supposed to be putting out some EP, right? So you're going to hear it. It sounds a mess, but he asked her to freestyle. She's also asked about female rappers, and he brings up Remy. We're going to get into that clip too. But overall, Claressa is doing and saying whatever she wants. They asked her about Chris Cyborg. Now, I want to mention this because I did not add that clip into this video. I may do that in another one or add it in the shorts. But either way, she was asked about Chris Cyborg and that sparring video that has been circulating online. And the fact that when he asked her about this, you know, as far as fighting Chris Cyborg, she's like, oh, she's trying to give me saying that she'll pay me $2 million to fight her. Like, she don't have $2 million. I don't, basically trying to act like she doesn't need that and that she makes that much already. Like, you know, I don't need that. She doesn't have that amount of money to pay me to fight her. I'm not going to fight her. And she's trying to act like Chris Cyborg is not worthy of fighting, but yet you're going to fight Kaye Scott. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you just tell on yourself. You say how Kaye Scott is this champion and how this is going to be a competitive fight, but yet when it comes to Chris Cyborg, you just shoot it straight down and make it seem like she's not worthy of getting in the ring with you. So she talks about this sparring video, but what she says about it and the fact that he didn't push back and ask her any more about it, she said that the video going around is an altered video and that she was asked if it's okay for them to alter it to make it seem like Chris Cyborg fought better than she did. Okay? And that sounds insane to me that he didn't question her on that because that sounds like a crock of ish. Who's going to do that? She said that apparently in the actual video that Chris Cyborg was losing. But in order to put the video out, they altered it to where it made it look like Chris Cyborg was fighting better than she actually was. And that she gave the okay for them to do that. So that's what she says about that. And I find that so interesting that he just sat back and didn't say like, wow, like why would, for a sparring video, like, are you serious? Is this what you're saying? This is her reason. She always has to have a reason whenever she looks like she may be taking a loss, right? So in that apparent video, people are saying like, oh, you know, look at the sparring video. They need to fight. They can fight. Chris Cyborg can hold her weight. She'll be a good opponent for Claressa. And Claressa doesn't like that because apparently she wasn't beating her up bad enough in the sparring video. So that's just crazy that he sat back and just let her say that and he didn't even like fact check it, question it, know if that was true or not. He should have known like, okay, that's not no AI video. Like they didn't alter that video or they did. Either way, he should have made sure he looked into that to make sure that that's right, if that's true. So let's get into now the video clip of her freestyling. Let's just take a look at this.
You came out with a song recently, right? Run Your Mouth? There it is.
There you go.
Look at this.
You got the sound up. Yeah.
Can I get that on Spotify right now? Can I put it on my playlist?
It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. It's wherever you want it at. It's out on all platforms. Run Your Mouth.
Oh, I just actually signed up to Spotify. I'm going to play right after this. Can you give me a little freestyle?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Wait, do you want to hear a freestyle of what?
Right now.
Of the song Run Your Mouth?
Yeah, or spit some bars. Or freestyle on Chris
Oh,
Sideboard.
some bars that I got. Let me think about something.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay. On the spot.
See now you think I'm Papoose. I'm not.
No,
I'm not
no.
Papoose.
I know who
You
you
put me
are.
on the spot.
I know who
Let
you
me
are.
see. Let me think. Okay, we got that one. I got so many. I don't even know which one to come at you with.
Come on.
Back down from no bitch. I want the smoke, laughing at you goofy hoes daily. No joke. She mad that I'm paped up and her silly ass broke. Get up off your ass and get some motherfucking money, hoe. Wishing bad on me is funny. Why? Cause it's not gonna work. Running circles on you bitches. Y'all can't keep up. Try to give you bitches a chance. She fucked it up. Calling me ugly as old. You know I'm fine as fuck. Said you wish I lose already. Don't get your hopes up, bitch.
Yeah, let's go. You came out with a song recently, right? Run Your Mouth.
Okay, did that sound like a freestyle, or did that sound like something that was already written down that she's already probably working on to probably put in a song off of this EP that's supposed to be coming out? That was not a freestyle. She had to sit and think and memorize or recite one of her verses that was already written. And then the flow, she's just going fast and just rambling on, words running into each other, not giving herself a break, a breath. Freestyling doesn't mean you just have to just go fast like that. That's not what freestyling is about. And she says the same repetitive things about calling her ugly, broke, and the typical stuff that she always says. And at this point, if this is what you are bringing to this EP, then you might as well keep it. Because this is not even something to take serious. At least I don't. I don't take it serious. I don't know if any of you watching this video will take this serious, because I don't. It's a joke. And if she thinks that she's working on rapping to compete with Remy, because Remy's about to drop some heat in August, then you're just going to play yourself. And this is a person who just rapped like that and has the nerve to say that you got to say my name on a song in order to get me to react or respond. Like, what? Really? This is how she raps. In her mind, maybe Papoose is probably in her ear making her think that it's a go with this, but it's not. And this is just the truth. This is not even on some hate. Like, this is how, if I was to hear anyone else that says that they're pursuing music and they were to rap like that, I'm gonna say the same thing. It's not even about the fact that it's Claressa. It's just like, it's the truth, and people need to tell her that. If you're gonna spend time and money to be in the studio when your tickets are not even selling out for this fight that you're having, you're wasting time. If you're gonna do it, put some real effort into it. This doesn't sound like effort. This sounds a mess. And for him to sit there and laugh and clap and applaud it, that's the problem. Why are we applauding mess? These people will sit in your face and smile and giggle and make you think that you were doing something right instead of telling you the truth. All for some views, all for some good relationship. I don't understand. Like, it's just not even funny anymore. Why are people acting like this is good? It's not good. It's really sad. Like to be surrounded by people that are just going to not tell you the truth. I really feel like if she was up at the Breakfast Club rapping like that, I would say the old Charlemagne would let her know to her face, like, oh, that's trash. But at this point, the way they treat her when she's up there, they will probably act as if it's cute. And that's the problem. That's why she can't get better at it. I'm never going to see her on a Remy level. Or even like all the girls that she's going to mention in this next clip when he asks her about the female rappers, I don't see her being anywhere near close to them. But at least you can just put some more effort into what you're doing if you're going to put music out. That's it. This is not effort. This is you just doing multiple things, I guess. I don't know. But it's really like, it seems like a waste of time. And it sounds like it's a waste of time. So let's look at this other clip. This is where she's asked about Remy.
Yeah, let's go. There she is. The mother effing quote. Man. Move out the way, Lil Kim. Move out the way, Foxy Brown. There's a new star in town. There's some old school ones. That's my era right there. You know about Lil Kim and Foxy Brown.
First of all, I love Lil Kim. I love Foxy Brown. I love Eve. They're like,
oh, yes.
oh, and then of course up in the new era we got Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Lotto.
Remy Ma, you like Remy?
I don't know many of her songs, so no, I can't say that.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I think you went too far. You went too far, yo.
Sorry. My bad. Okay, Kaye Scott, what happens? 2 belts on the line. What happens August 15th? What's the prediction?
Well, to all my fans, August 15th, coming to Atlanta. Thank y'all for coming to Atlanta. This is going to be fun. I think that Kaye Scott is very durable. She's very strong. But I've been putting in too much work to let her go 10 rounds. I really have. I think that Kaye Scott had a great manager, and he was able to fast track her to a world championship. And she won the fights. She fought some tough fights. She won the fights. But now, it's like you in here with the top dog. And 160, I was undisputed there twice. That's my division. You got belts. I'm coming down. I got to put in all this hard work. Somebody got to pay for it. And so, Sally is Kaye Scott, but I will give her a big old hug and a kiss after. But I'm going to drop her ass, and she know it too.
Yo, let me get some of those lemon pepper cakes after. Let's go.
Okay. We're going to get into what she said about Kaye Scott. But Remy, he mentioned Little Kim and Foxy. And she's like, yeah, like I like them or whatever. He asked about Remy. He said, do you like Remy? That's what he said. He said, do you like Remy? She said, I don't know many of her songs. That is not what he asked you. And then when she did say, I don't know many of her songs, why didn't he say, what songs do you know? She's been putting out music. You've never listened to any of her songs? Like, for her to say, I don't know many of her songs, you clearly were in her DMs, a fan of her. If you were a fan of Little Kim and Foxy and Eve, then you were well aware of who Remy was when she came out. Because Remy had a whole album out before she even went to jail. She had songs out, features, all of that, before she went to jail. When she came out of jail is when she was on Love and Hip Hop with Papoose. And All the Way Up was out, and, you know, whatever. But she always tries to downplay Remy as if Remy has no music. That's my whole thing. As if she didn't hear much of her music. And I know she was startled. I guess she wasn't expecting him to ask her that. But it was the question of, do you like her? That was what it was. And she goes, I don't know many of her songs. See, he keep asking her about music. He needs to just get straight to the point. Like, well, you should know many of her songs, being that you are with her husband. You were in her DMs trying to be her friend, asking for fashion advice, tips, and all of the things. So why would you be doing that if you don't know this person's music? She said the same thing on Justin LaBoy when he asked her about Remy as well. So she continues. This is the second time. I don't know if she was asked in any other interviews about Remy as far as music to where she said that. But it will be a platform like this where it's not like a hip-hop person, you know, a rapper that can fire back. I'm even surprised that Justin LaBoy didn't do that. Didn't give her any pushback when she acted like she didn't know Remy's music. But, you know, it's the same thing. They hear her say that, and then they just move on to the next question as if it's like, okay, like they believe her. Because I don't believe that. I believe she's well aware of Remy songs. She's not going to sit there and name a Remy verse or song that she likes. She's not going to do that. So she's going to take the easy way out and act as if I don't know many of her songs. Crazy that you're so quick to recite the way she speaks, her phrases and things like that. You're so quick to repeat that. You're always listening to her. So all of a sudden now you don't know her songs. And she didn't have to sit and say, oh, yeah, I know every single song. But you get the shade that she's throwing. You see the shade that she's throwing. Meanwhile, in the comment sections, calling her a washed up rapper, always referring to her as something. And then when you get asked on camera, all of a sudden, I don't know many of her songs. So the other part of that clip was her talking about Kaye Scott and how she's going to knock Kaye Scott out. That's what she's saying. She's saying that she's going to knock Kaye Scott out and that the fight ain't going to 10 rounds. So on top of Claressa just winning the fight, like a lot of people are thinking it's going to happen just because of Kaye Scott being older, not having that many fights. This is an easy win for Claressa. But Claressa, on top of just winning the fight, she's saying that she's going to knock her out before the 10th round in a arena that is not even sold out as of right now. And we have a little over 2 weeks before the fight. She's really making a lot of promises right now. And we're going to see how those promises play out when the fight comes out, when it happens, right? We're going to have to just sit back and see at this point. Kaye Scott, I don't know what she got going on. She's been real quiet. She's not doing much. I don't see her putting any type of effort into promoting this fight. This is why people say that it's staged for her to lose. Because Claressa went from saying how much of a competition this was going to be to now it's a flat out knockout. You see the way she switched it up so quickly? When they had that press conference, she wasn't even saying that at the press conference that they had. Now all of a sudden, I'm going to knock her out before the 10th round. So that's going to be fun to watch, right? We got to see that happen now, Claressa. You said you're knocking her out before the 10th round. Okay. All right. I don't know when their next press conference is together. I don't know. I do think Claressa's having that meet and greet this week, right? Where people are supposed to come buy tickets. And someone actually said that they got to pay $100 to come there to enter or something. So it's $100 fee to come, and they got to pay $100, come and purchase tickets on top of that. Is that correct? Somebody let me know in the comments. Is that correct? Somebody did say something about the $100. I don't know if that was an entry fee, like what the $100 was for. But if that is true, that is crazy. We're going to have to see the turnout with that. They may pay people to come to that to make it seem like, oh, look at the turnout and things like that. You know, I don't put nothing past people like this anymore because they want things to look a certain way and it's really not that way. So I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't pay people to come to make it cause a scene and make it seem like it's a big deal. It's crazy. But it's more to this interview. I did see another clip of it where she speaks on people approaching her, wanting autographs and things like that. And that's stuff that we don't ever see because a person like her would film things like this for us to see. And I just don't believe it. So, you know, it was a lot of stuff being said that I just simply did not believe. And she got away with it again. I'll just leave it at that. So, guys, let me know what you think about this. Please like this video. Please leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you have, I thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Please like the video, hype the video, and I will talk to all of you again soon.